Admit it. I'm lightning with the blam blams. Ooh.
Lamar, it looks like you have a cowboy hat on.
Okay.
The way you're centered is like it's flapping up, so it looks like you're wearing it.
No, he just got the picture of the best character in the movie, the best part of the movie,
best actor this year.
Yeah, we will definitely get into it because there's a lot to talk about. Lakeith Stanfield. So The Harder They Fall, 2021 Western, directed by James Samuel. Have you guys ever heard of him? Apparently he's a British singer.
I've never heard of him. Oh, they said somebody said he's Seal's brother.
Yeah, I looked it up online. He's Seal's brother. Yeah. And he directed a couple of Jay-Z videos.
Yeah, and Jay-Z produced this movie too, so it makes sense
that makes a lot of sense now. That makes a lot of sense.
And Jay-Z producing it probably helped get all these actors in this movie because Jay-Z's got
I would say that. I feel like they would have did this type of movie anyway.
Maybe, but the caliber of these actors and how much they would get paid for something like this, I feel like Jay-Z was able to put that money towards it.
I don't know.
Plus the music.
I mean, I don't see them thinking they're above any type of movie that's like this.
Yeah.
But they still gotta get paid. So
yeah.
And then just the movie itself, the way the finished product of this movie, like you can tell they put some money behind it. So Jay-Z producing it makes a lot of sense.
And yeah, if you're saying they could have, like, as far as like affording the actors, like, because Idris Elba.
I wouldn't even just say affording them. I'm just saying putting the money, because there's hella actors in this movie.
Okay, so my thing is,
known actors in this movie.
So this movie could have possibly been made and then Jay-Z produced, like, putting it out. I don't know. Like, because I've seen big name actors in movies that didn't work. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't think his influence kind of helps in that field. I don't know, but I don't feel like that would be like a deciding factor.
Usually when somebody produces something, they put the money behind it, right? That's what the point of them being the producer.
To push it.
Yeah. And who they want in it, who they want in the movie, or like that's where they get the casting people to come in.
Well, the thing is, the company that Jay-Z produced it through, it's like all of the people that produced it were all part of that company.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it could just be a company with money. Like it could have been like MGM. I think putting his name on it probably brought more eyes to it.
Yeah,
I kind of
got the money
from that perspective. For that perspective, I do kind of see where Lamar is coming from, from Jay-Z. Yeah, because I didn't know who was producing it or who directed it, so I had to look up online and see it. And then once I saw that while I was watching it, I was kind of like, all right, I get it now.
Because if you think about it, because it kind of is a Netflix movie instead of like it was in theaters for maybe 2 weeks at private screenings, but it's a Netflix movie. It's not I think if Jay-Z had a choice from ground up, it wouldn't have been it would have been straight in theaters. Like I don't think he doesn't do small shit like that. You know what I mean?
Well, Anna, did State Property, was that in theaters or was that?
Well, that was before Jay-Z. That's different.
I thought that was when Jay-Z was Jay-Z. I thought like they were in the same time. But
I mean, not this caliber of Jay-Z. He was Jay-Z, but not this caliber.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I don't even think he was producer of that. I think that was more Dame Dash.
Yeah.
He was just in it talking about he needed how did his haircut look?
Terrible acting.
I mean, I couldn't even understand it. I didn't even know if you put on the subtitles, would they understand what the hell he was saying?
Hey, he was talking nonsense on purpose.
Yeah.
He's Jay-Z. He can do that. So this movie overall, how did you feel about it? I'll start off because I don't think I've started this like saying my initial thoughts in a while. So I will say that I really, really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. I didn't know what to expect. I was worried that it wouldn't be as good, especially because, you know, the anticipation and who all was in and everything, and it's a Western. I'm not really big on Western movies, but I was highly entertained just overall, like the action and the comedy. Some of it was a miss, but some of it was good. And then just everybody that was in it was fun to watch. And then of course, they were my two favorites. So, who wants to go next?
Go ahead, Josh.
All right. So I think they had a lot of good actors, a lot of great actors in this film. Lakeith Stanfield, right? That's how you say his name? Stanfield. Okay, I gotta keep on pronouncing. Was a lot of fun to watch because he's always good in everything. It was a pleasure seeing Jonathan Mayers cry like he does in all his other movies.
I pointed it out right when it happened too.
I thought about Lamar. I was like, oh great.
The climax of the movie, and he's crying, and I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
Not like that kid on the kid on the stand in court. It was the same cry. Did you see that?
Yeah. Anyway, continue, Josh.
Yeah. I'm not really big on Westerns. There's only been a few I really, really like. So if I had to give a rating, honest rating would be like 2 out of 5. Because
really?
It was all right, entertaining, but I wouldn't watch it again. It's over now. That's all. Yeah.
It started and then it ended.
Well, I gave it 5 out of 5, and I've already watched it twice, and I'm going to watch it again.
You do like them long ass movies, so it makes sense.
I fucking love this movie.
Yeah,
I loved it. Like from amazing from beginning to end. The funny part is the beginning. When I watched it the second time, I couldn't watch that beginning again, so I kind of fast forwarded it. Just the beginning scene. I didn't want to watch that again, but the rest of the movie, I fucking love this movie. Lakeith is now one of my favorite actors. He was starting to be, but now he is. Like that guy is amazing. Like ridiculously amazing.
This movie solidified your stance on him as an actor. Yeah, I was watching it and I was just like, this man does not get his just dues. He does not get the proper credit. And it might have to do with his antics outside of, his acting.
I follow him on Instagram.
I don't even want to call it antics. He's just awkward. He's an awkward
himself.
person. And he's very
apologetic.
outspoken. He's very outspoken. But I was just like, man, this man is amazing. But did you guys get a Quentin Tarantino feel from the movie?
Nope, because they didn't say nigga once.
Nincompoop.
Almost, yeah, he almost said nincompoop.
But yeah,
I mean,
you're
like
right.
The way it was shot and everything, and like the shooting and the slow motion, like all of that. I got a Quentin Tarantino feel.
I didn't get it.
Not really. I didn't really get that.
Yeah, no.
I don't honestly. I was so lost in the movie, I couldn't even tell you who it was inspired by.
Mm-hmm.
So I like thinking back to it. I can see what you're saying, like the blood splatter and shit. Like that is very Quentin Tarantino. Like when Damon Wayans shot the horse, and then they're shooting and the bullets are hitting the horse and the blood is shooting up. Like I get what you're saying, but in the moment I didn't think about it.
Like even when what's his name, Nat Love was at the church and he got revenge on the scorpion tattoo guy.
Right.
Like even that whole scene where he shoot him and it would pause and it was like saying the title of the movie as he was getting shot. Like
I honestly my mind wasn't even. I wasn't looking for inspiration. I was lost in the movie.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it was like based off of like spaghetti. I don't know anything about like spaghetti westerns or things. Like I said, I never really watched too many ones.
When you said spaghetti and pause, I was like, what the fuck it got to do with
spaghetti?
Spaghetti, yeah.
Food now?
Spaghetti westerns. What the fuck? I don't know if that was the inspiration too. Like I said, I don't really watch too many westerns, so I don't know if that is. I was trying to, like, I wouldn't even compare it to Django. It's really different than even Django and Chain. No.
So a big thing I noticed, it was like, they knew it was black people and white people, but there wasn't a overbearingly, like, it was like they were just bold. You know what I mean? It wasn't like we're free slaves type of, you know how they normally take that angle? Like I don't know. It's like the respect they got from the white people. Like going to the bank, that the lady laughed at her, but then at the same time they respected how powerful they were. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like a bow to a human rather than bow to the super Negro like Django.
Yeah. Where it doesn't really the racism is not the issue. in
But
there
since
or
it was
whatever.
not really a character, it's kind
In
of
this
like
one,
a.
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
It's kind of like because when they say White Town, I laughed hella hard when they showed that town. That shit was
It was literally white.
everything white. But it wasn't like they didn't focus on the racism of it. You know what I mean? Like they acknowledged it, but then it's kind of like it's just a movie at the same time. Like
Yeah, the only thing really was when they were going after the train and the guy was coming at him and he said he started to say the N-word, which he could have been saying nincompoop. I don't. We don't
Well, they had to make it. They had to make it clear. Like he almost called you a nincompoop. Like, oh, he wasn't calling.
It's almost like they knew. Like, let's make a joke.
It was kind of like they were letting you know, like it won't be no nigga said in this movie when they shot him right there.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask you. So I know this is Western, but would you call this like an action/comedy type of movie?
Soft comedy.
Very soft comedy.
Yeah.
I think the most comedic parts of it was the two. Well, maybe not even both of them, but the one guy that was like trying to go against Cherokee Bill, which is Lakeith's character. Mm-hmm. Like he was probably the more comedic, like the legit comedic part of the movie, and that's why I said it didn't always hit. Like I felt like some of his stuff was a little forced.
It's like so with him, it's kind of like those action movies. Like when I was saying, like in Alien, you always got that guy who's supposed to be funny. Mm-hmm. But it's a serious movie. It's like you always have those.
You got the sidekick comedic, whatever it is, comedic person.
A little bit of that.
But sometimes it doesn't always work. Like sometimes you can either force it or it just comes out natural. Like in certain.
I laughed. I don't remember nothing not hitting. Like I was like I laughed at damn near everything that happened. Like damn near everything. Everything that was supposed to be funny, I laughed at.
I think the only part that was just like it was like a little chuckle was when he was trying to get Lakeith's character to draw with him, and Lakeith like just walked off and went to the bar to get a drink, and
I laughed like a motherfucker. I was like, because he was trying, because it's like this little kid, because he kind of looked at him like a hero. So he's like, yeah, with me. And then Lakeith was like, I'm going to get a drink. And he was like, yeah, I heard you shoot people fast and they get their gun. He said, no, I just shoot people in the mouth that talk a lot. It's like he was just so dismissive. So in that moment, it was like he played that little kid hyper role. But that's why I laughed, because then he was kind of like, what the fuck? Hey, man, we're supposed to, because Lakeith just walked off. Like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that little extra part at the end is when it lost me. I was like, okay. Now, next scene.
I
like to me, I think if I had seen a little bit more of Lakeith, I would have liked it a lot more, because he was the only person that I was like, when he was on, I was enjoying it. Not what he was saying, but when he was off, I was like, all right, get back to Keith. Come on, Jonathan Mayers, you cool, but you ain't interesting. Get me back to Keith.
Yeah,
I know you're supposed to be that little boy that had that little church thing carved into your forehead. But I don't know who the fuck you are, so I'm not interested. So that's why I was like, I'd rather have a Keith. Yeah,
I was in.
Yeah, what do you guys think about Idris, Rufus Buck?
I feel like he did just enough. Like he was real. Like he just had a big ass presence. Like so he wasn't like barking on people and I'm the man. You know, normally they got the big bad guy like that. He just kind of looked like I'm here. Like I don't give a fuck. He had this real I don't give a fuck attitude, and I liked it.
Except when he beat to the sheriff.
He beat
him to Dion Cole.
Yeah. I mean, I just might be biased because like I'm a big Idris Elba fan. So every movie he's in, he's somebody you don't want to fuck with. I think the only person that he played a little bitch in was American Gangster.
But he didn't play a bitch in that.
But he wasn't that, you know. But he wasn't playing one. He probably was a punk ass bitch, but. Even in that, he was all chill and cool. So, you know, if you want to get somebody who's a badass without having to tell you he's a badass, that's Idris Elba. Yeah.
Now, did I miss an explanation on this? But why was he imprisoned? Because I know what's his name, Nat Love made a comment to the cop. What's his name? Oh my God, what's that? Delroy Lindo's character. When you were arresting him, I was gonna kill you, or I almost killed you, or something like that. Did they ever say like why he was arrested, or was that like not even something that mattered?
He was just he was running the gang. Like they were fucking
him. Just him being.
I decided he was an outlaw that killed people. Yeah, he's killed people. So
and just got caught.
Yeah, by Delroy Lindo. Yeah.
So that's why he was in jail, and that's why they came and broke him out of the train.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was supposed to be in jail forever, but he made a deal. That's why she showed him the paper, like, you guys are wanted. When she showed it to the cop,
Yeah.
like, all he has to do is kill you guys, and he got pardoned. So it was like that was the deal he made. So I guess they were out. The cops were outlaws, but they were cops. So it was kind of like if you kill him, then you can get out of jail. So that was the deal they made. Remember, she was like him, and then the whole gang is pardoned, but he has to kill you.
Right. Who pardoned them? Who was that deal from?
Whoever the mayor was.
Okay.
She said from the mayor or somebody like that.
Okay, because he was so shady. The mayor would rather have Idris's character on the loose than the shady.
Right. Yeah. I guess it was a weird situation, but I guess they were saying like the police were damn near untouchable, because it's like they said that the police were wanted because they burnt down the whole town and stole the silver.
Right.
Yeah.
The women and
More
children.
fucked up, I guess. Maybe because he was more so fucked up, but he didn't burn down the whole fucking town and kill innocent people to steal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. One bad thing over another. So the part where they steal, what's his name? Nat Love gang steals the money that was robbed at a bank or something, and it was supposed to go to the Redwood town for Rufus's gang. So the two guys from Nat Love's gang stole it, and Damon Wayans Jr.
Bobby Brown and Damon Wayans.
Yeah. The guy that played Bobby Brown and then Damon Wayans Jr. were the two. I looked up their names, and I guess they were brothers in the movie. I don't know, but
yeah, so that host actually was fucking hilarious, because he was like, "Oh, you motherfucker!" He's like, "My mom always said, oh, he's so sweet. That motherfucker ain't sweet." He was like, "I am sweet." "No, you ain't, motherfucker. I ain't sweet." And then when he shot him, he said, "Motherfucker, you killed my brother." He was like, "It was your half brother. Shut the fuck up."
What was that dude from? The one that shot them both? I know he was in Judas Black. The one that killed them, shot and killed the.
Which one?
With the shotgun?
No, not the shotgun. He was the one that got shot by Lakeith at the end.
Oh,
putting that one bullet.
He's in Twilight.
The black dude was in Twilight. A black dude. A black dude was in Twilight.
They're all black.
No, I mean, I don't recall.
I don't know.
I don't recall any black guy being in.
He had dreads. He had dreads.
Oh, that dude. Oh, yeah. Okay, him. Yeah, all right. No, I was. Okay, yeah, he was in Twilight. The other guy I was talking about, I think he was in Judas and the Black Messiah.
Shotgun.
I did.
Yeah, he did. He was having a. They were gonna have a draw. The dude who got
the guy that kept trying to get Lakeith to stand off with them.
The one who got shot in the back by Lakeith.
The funny thing is, Lakeith shot both of them, so he's talking about both guys.
No, because at the end he actually was
the darker guy, the darker skinned guy, the one that was shooting people from a distance.
No, the other guy. Okay, listen. All right, please. The one who was like saying something like, "Let's have a draw." He was loading his bullet. He's all 4, 5, 4, and Lakeith shoots him. He's all, "I'm tired of waiting" or something.
That's what she's talking about. That's what she said is from Twilight.
No. Josh said the guy that Lakeith shoots in the back, not the guy that he shoots in the face. The guy he shoots in the back is from Twilight.
Right.
Yeah.
The guy that was trying to do the draw with him is the one Lakeith shoots in the cheek.
Yeah, in the cheek. Yeah. I thought for some reason he killed the two brothers in the beginning, but it was the other guy. Right?
I don't remember which one killed the two brothers.
He did. The quick draw dude.
The quick draw dude is the one that killed the two brothers.
The
one that got shot in the cheek because he was taking too damn long to do the whole standoff. He was in Mean Girl and the Dying Girl.
Okay. I could have sworn something else too.
I looked him up. He was in Power Rangers. He was in a bunch
of
shit,
that's who he is. That's who he was. Yeah, he's the Blue Ranger and the Black Ranger, but Blue Ranger and Power Rangers. Yeah. I was like,
the Black Ranger in blue.
Yeah, Black Ranger. The black and blue Ranger.
Yeah.
I didn't know him except for Me or on the Dying Girl. I didn't recognize.
But I think he was in Judas and the Black Messiah as one like Fred. What's his name? Fred Hamilton. Hampton. Sorry, not Hamilton. Fred Hampton's like one of his side partners. That was. I think he got shot while the police came and raided the place. Not raided the place, but like had that shootout. I would have to look it up about.
He was sitting there twirling the gun. He's the one sitting there twirling the gun.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that was him.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but like I just remember him from 2 movies, and Power Rangers is one of them, and I think Judas and the Black Messiah was another one.
I'll see it again to find out, because I remember I looked at his face. I was like, I recognize this dude. I just don't know where. I couldn't tell where.
Yeah.
Did you recognize Cuffy, the girl?
Yeah, because I watched her on Have and Have Nots.
Okay, I saw that. I was looking up her IMDb because I didn't recognize her in the movie, but apparently she's in P-Valley, but I don't remember. I don't know which character she
was in P-Valley. She was she in P-Valley? I don't remember her in P-Valley. I remember her in Atlanta.
Yeah, she's in Atlanta, and she's in Watchmen.
Yeah, and in Watchmen, yeah.
She's in Watchmen?
Yeah, that's what's in her filmography. Yeah.
Really, I don't remember her in the Watchmen. I just remember her.
I'm not even gonna say it because Tasha's gonna blast me. So I don't know. She was in Watchmen though. I think.
I know she's in Deadpool too.
I'm telling you, she was in.
No, I'm saying I know her face from Watchmen, but I think I know the character was.
We're talking about the girl that was in Joker, Deadpool 2, and the other one.
Oh, you're talking about the light skin girl? No, we're talking about
Huffy, the one that had to put on a dress to go rob the bank, and she was pissed off about it.
Okay.
The one that the guy didn't know. He was like, I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I know what I wasn't the only one, right?
Shoot, if she was in Watchmen, I must have forgotten. You're talking about the TV show Watchmen. I know Regina King's in Watchmen, but I don't remember. I don't remember her name.
The character I think she is. I'll just look it up later, but I don't want to say it here because then I'm going to get blasted.
Well, I looked it up, and her name was June in it. I don't know if that helps anything.
So was she the mom? Was she the mom of her grandpa, of Regina King's grandpa?
I didn't watch it.
It could be.
I remember they explained the story in Watchmen of how he became the headless guy, and then like they show a flashback of his mom.
I don't remember what the parents look like actually. So it's if they weren't anybody that like. They weren't in it enough for me to remember.
Right.
That's another thing.
Flashback thing.
It was quick. It went quick. Yeah, she wasn't enough to where it's like I could see her face and be like remember it in my head. But
so I don't remember. I'm thinking that's her. I don't remember though.
You'd have to see the image and be like, oh, okay.
Disclaimer. So when Tasha puts up the photo of who she was, disclaimer, I don't remember.
Okay. I mean, that's the way to say it. You
know, like I'm for certain it's this person, and then I blast you.
Yeah,
like this nigga wrong. It just covers the whole screen.
You sure you don't want to just look up at any device, computer, iPhone, whatever, to check and see?
I'm sitting right here by my phone, explaining myself. This is the funny part.
So I got asked a question while watching this movie. So when Nat Love goes to Stagecoach Mary's bar. And, she performs and everything. She sees him, they kiss, she knocks him out. And then Cuffy tells him to go up to her room. What was the point of doing that whole thing? Like telling him to, like knocking him out, telling him to leave, but then actually having him set up to go up to the room to see her.
Because I think Cuffy knew how she felt about him for real.
Oh, so it was Cuffy that just told him to go up there.
Right, because she said, clean this man up. Mm-hmm. And then she was just like, go upstairs, because she already had that respect for him. It was like he was famous in her eyes when he came in. Mm-hmm. So I think it was more of that, like she ain't really mad at you, just go upstairs.
Yeah,
because it seemed like she was like her right hand, like she knew everything about her basically. So it's kind of like she ain't really mad. She would have just said, put your ass out.
Yeah, and I think Cuffy was in love with her too, though.
I think so too.
Yeah, I got that sense, especially at the end when she kissed her because they were separating.
Yeah, because she was, and then remember she said it. She was like, "Mind your business" or something like that. Yeah, so I think there was something there.
There was something there, yeah. Let's see what else happens in the movie. Okay, so, what's her name? So Nat Love finds out that Rufus has escaped or whatever. So he goes on a mission to go and get revenge on him because of what happened to his parents in the beginning. Mm-hmm. So Mary infiltrates, but doesn't get far because they like realize that what she's doing. And so Nat Love and his gang come back to get her back, but then he has to go rob a bank to get the interest on the money that he stole.
Right.
So all of that's kind of like happening in the movie, and then you get the big shootout at the end and the big fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then it reveals at the end Rufus and Nat's connection.
Right when he walked in, he was sitting at the table. I told Katrina, I was like, that's his brother. I was like, that was his daddy he killed. I don't know why it just hit me right there in that moment. I was like, because the whole, like, so the beginning happened. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, I'm thinking that the past dude owed him money. And I'm like,
yeah. That's what I thought.
So watching the movie, I kind of forgot about that. But then some about him walking the way they did that final scene, because the cop was like, don't miss. And the way he walked in there, I was like, there's a story, and it's going to be his brother. I told Katrina, I was like, that's his brother. I was like, he killed his daddy and his mom.
I didn't get it until Rufus was telling the backstory about his dad. And then he paused for a minute, and I was like, I bet that's his brother. I bet they got the same daddy. And then it starts to get revealed to us. So it took me a minute. I didn't catch on to it as quickly as you.
I shouldn't have, but it's like I think too much. I'm always trying to figure some shit out. So right when he walked in, I was, oh, that's his brother. And then it's like and then when you think back to the movie, he always had this energy like he didn't want to kill him. It was like he would always like even when he was like cut him down after he got his ass whooped, he was like, I'm sorry about all that. It's like he wasn't as hard on him as he was on everybody else.
Josh, any thoughts or comments on the reveal at the end?
Not really. I was just wondering, did they explain, or did I must have missed it? Did they explain why he carved the cross on his forehead?
He said so he can see him coming. He was like, I put that cross on your forehead so when you come back after me, I'll know who you are.
Okay.
Did you guys see the shout out to Chadwick?
I didn't, but I read about it before we got on this call because I was trying to get a few notes together. But the train, the name of the train was a
it's like something Bozeman. It was C.O. Bozeman or some shit like that.
C.A. C.A. Bozeman or Chadwick A. Bozeman.
I think the way that they revealed him being his brother was dealt a lot better than they did in Luke Cage. Does anybody remember Luke Cage?
Not really, no.
He's all like, man, we were like brothers, nigga. I am your brother. Like, I was like, oh,
which one? Who said that?
That was in season one of Luke Cage. You find out that they're like half brothers.
Which
but
one?
The way in season one, not Mahershala Ali, but the second villain, the one who couldn't act for shit.
With the big ass eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know you're talking about.
I am your brother. My name is Luke Cage. I'm all like, you killed off Mahershala Ali for this guy? What the fuck? Yeah.
You know what's funny? So when they're about to go on the train and she stands there with her hand like that and does the point, I immediately thought of Malcolm X, but I was like, maybe I'm just tripping. But then I read somewhere that was a shout out to the movie.
Yeah, no, so I watched this movie with Dale, and he said the same thing. When she did that, He was like, they got that from Malcolm X. So
damn, I didn't have that energy about it. I was like, oh, that's cool. It's Malcolm X. God damn, they can't give shout outs.
Malcolm
X is his movie.
Yeah.
I don't think they meant that as disrespect. I think
it's a shout out.
Well, I mean, and maybe I don't know if it's like how they did it, that he felt like it wasn't earned or anything. Like what was his?
He probably didn't mean that energy.
He didn't. I don't think he like that.
Well, do you know what his take was on the movie? Did he like it?
So we didn't really talk about it, but he was into. As we watched it, he was like really into it too. But he was bigging up Lakeith too. He was like, man, he's my favorite character. So
yeah.
We didn't really talk about it after the fact, but yeah. So Lakeith. How did he get taken out? Oh, he gets taken out by Cuffy because Cuffy's actually a really quick draw.
I want to know if you guys caught this. Lakeith actually pulled his gun first, but he didn't shoot.
I thought it was already drawn. I thought it was already out since he killed that one dude.
No, he had it. She was like, you gonna cheat the count like you did, like with dude, and then he put his gun on the side and he was like, count it off. He was like 5 seconds. And then it's like, because it's like you could see through the movie, he was kind of
shady.
He didn't like. He said it. He was like, I don't like violence. And then like you could see like certain like when he was beating dude with the gold teeth, you could see he was kind of bothered by it, but he wouldn't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he shot the kid, he was like he didn't want to do it, but he was just like, God, why does everybody count so slow? And then when he shot the guy in the back and he turned around and he tried to grab him, he was like, no, brother, don't do that. It's like he.
Oh yeah. What did he say about being in the afterlife? No, don't cry or something. Don't do that. You'll be something in the afterlife.
Yeah.
So I was watching the scene when they had the draw. It's like you hear they don't show the guns get drawn, but you kind of hear his first, and then you hear hers like immediately after, and she shoots.
So do you think he was hesitant on shooting her because
I think he didn't want to shoot her. I feel like
he didn't want to shoot any, like, did he kill any women or children in this movie, or was this just men? Do you think he had like a code to where he didn't want to?
No, he just seemed like he was tired of the bullshit. Like he seemed like he was tired of this. Like I'm tired.
I mean, was there like, because like what he said about him like not liking violence, like not just saying it just to be sarcastic, but actually meaning it. He didn't really want.
He meant that shit.
Maybe,
but it was more like he does it if he has to. Like he doesn't.
That's what I was gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
only one is he's like in a situation where he has to, like, because when the guy was calling him out to try to get him to draw on him, he was like, I'm about to go get a drink. Like,
he was just because he was like, I heard you the fastest drawer and that. He was just like, no, I'm just the guy to shoot people in the mouth when they talk.
But so he works for Idris Elba, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it seemed like maybe he was just like, man, I'm so deep into this shit that I just need to defend myself. But I really wish somebody would take me out because I'm tired of this shit. Like, I mean, I don't know what his backstory is or what his history is. I'm just making it up. I'm just saying. I was about to say,
I didn't want him to. I don't think he was like, I wish somebody would take me out. I think at that point he was just tired of it. It seemed like he was just over it. Like he shot dude in the back, the dude turned around and he was like, no, brother, don't do that. Like it was like he felt bad even doing that. Like, damn. And then when the girl was like, you fucking coward, she was like, you want to draw with me? She was like, are you going to cheat the count? And you see him kind of exhale like, here we go again. And he put the gun on the side and he was like, count it. It was like he was just tired of it.
But do you think rather than being tired of it, it was the fact that it was a woman and it's not the same, like, because after she shot him, he still had his gun in his hand. He didn't turn and just fucking kill her. He walked out and died outside.
Right, but I don't want to say it was because it was a woman. So that's my whole thing. I don't want to just give him that code.
I mean, tell you the truth, it could be either one, but there just wasn't enough sprinkled out in the movie to make me think that he was tired of all the shit. Unless he really meant that he didn't like violence.
Right, because
if not,
even walking through the train, he didn't say we're gonna kill all the men on here. He said we're gonna kill everybody on here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, it's a possibility that maybe he was just tired of all this shit. But then again, there's not a lot of evidence except for that one scene to make me think that, like, it would have to be like, okay, what's his name? Like in what's it called? Magnificent Seven. You could like there's certain scenes where Ethan Hawke was just tired of killing people. Like you think he's full of shit, but then he starts like shooting people and he starts breaking down like, I can't do this shit anymore. And I'm not saying like Keith Stanford has to do that, but like if there's a moment where he's just like, fuck, kills like two people before that scene and just like just so irritated.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
that was the look. I was like, he had that look. Like I said, when he when what's his name is beating the gold teeth out of his mouth. Like everybody's kind of like the crowd is going crazy. Regina King's looking like it is what it is, but he kind of had this look like, damn, like stop. Kind of like facial expression like god damn, how far are you gonna go with this shit? It's like he always had that energy like I'm over this shit. So when he said I don't like violence, it's like I believe him.
So he couldn't just leave the gang or quit and try to like start a farm or start his own clan or anything?
I don't know what his options were. I'm just telling
you. But that's the thing. I don't know what his options were. So if he was tired of it, I'd be like,
what's his retirement plan?
Yeah. Like if he couldn't leave because he was like forever like, oh, that guy is dead. Like Idris Elba owned his ass and couldn't go anywhere. Then yeah, I can understand why he couldn't leave. But
he had this energy like it is what it is.
Like this is who I am. You know, right. I can't. It's like this is all I know. Yeah. I mean, it could be either one. It could be maybe he didn't want to kill women. Maybe he was just tired of it.
Right. That could be a possibility.
That maybe, I guess they wanted to leave the viewer to contemplate on that, on why he was just so much.
And if you remember through the whole movie, everybody thought she was a boy. So even in that scene, she appeared to be a man. Like it wasn't like she wasn't a woman in that scene. He didn't see her wearing the dress.
The emotion could have made it clear that it was a woman. She was emotional like a woman, like they would say, oh, she's being emotional. That her whole the way she was emotional. So that's a giveaway right there.
So was the main guy with the cry face.
Jonathan Majors cries and everything.
There's nobody more emotional in this movie than Jonathan Majors.
He gonna cry as
he cried in the Five Bloods.
he gonna cry in Kane he gonna cry as Kane the Conqueror. Because Kane the Conqueror, his wife is almost about to die, so he might cry during a scene where he realizes his wife's about to die. So yeah.
So Nat did the first cry. I was just looking at the screen. Katrina was like, "Shut up." She was like, "I knew you were gonna say something." I was like, "I didn't say nothing."
But I kind of want to get off of Lakeith, but I do want to say that I don't think it was a matter of him being tired of everything. I think it's what you said, like he just has that like non-violent demeanor unless it calls for it. So it was like, I don't know what called for him shooting homeboy in the back, but like the whole train scene, I don't think he would have killed anybody unless he absolutely had to. Like it was all threats, like warning people because he knew people are going to follow instructions so they don't die. So it was like, if you don't follow instructions, I'm gonna kill everybody on here. It's like
he killed 2 people on it. But both times he did, it was kind of like a damn, like okay. So when I
think
go ahead. And then he asked him something. They asked something. Oh no, they asked for the key before Idris got out. And then the dude was like, "The key's not here," and he just shot the dude in the chest. He didn't even look at him. He just shot him, kind of like, damn, like. Just give her the fucking key. Like he always had that energy. Like I don't want to do this shit.
Yeah, but those things they called for, he had to get his point.
Right.
He wasn't gonna kill everybody.
I think I'm kind of going towards like Tasha on this, where it's like, man, if you just do what you're told. Let me show you. I'm not like I don't know if he's tired of it. I just think like, man, if you just, I don't want to be this person, but that's just who I am. But I think he got killed because maybe his guard was too down, or maybe he wasn't hot shot.
Girl.
Maybe because
think about the time period,
or maybe.
What's that face for?
Because you said
period.
Time period.
Like,
what?
Exactly. When has the time period of change? When we when all men have treated women,
especially in that time period.
Yeah, for real. Was there
ethics and codes sometimes about not harming women? And
yeah, no, what you mean, but
that could have been an ethic of his.
It could have been.
But
that's not the times. That's just people. Did they even have equal rights back in the day? Like the women's rights movement exists back in that time. I'm just saying, like.
So Tasha, you probably watch. I don't think Josh is gonna watch this movie again, but if you watch it again, listen for that draw scene.
Okay.
He draws his gun first. It's kind of like I said. I just feel like he was just tired. Like I feel like it came down to all this disaster. He had to kill this other black man, shot him in the back. It was kind of like he was just like, fuck it.
Well, his crew was kind of taken down because what's his name? Homeboy got blown up in his arm.
In his mind, he was like the last one. In his mind, he was like the last one. It's like,
I think it's kind of like, maybe it's both. Maybe he was just like, I'm done with it, or I'm just gonna survive. Like, oh, I get shot. Mm-hmm. If not, and not. So
he didn't want to kill the girl. That's why he drew first, but he didn't shoot.
It wasn't a girl.
Yes, it was, because she was emotional.
The emotions.
Emotional. Girls get all emotional. Well, yeah.
Yes.
I don't think it was that, man.
Okay. Can we talk about Regina King? We talked about Lakeith a lot.
I was about to say,
I fucking love Regina.
If can I just one more thing about Lakeith? Just one more thing. Just don't
want to talk about the woman. All right.
I'm going to combat it, but go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. If they did a spinoff with if he's in the movie and they did a spinoff of his character, I'd be down to see it.
Hell yeah.
On Netflix. Yeah. So
it'd have to be a prequel.
No, really.
Zombie.
Did you see him get buried? Did you see him get buried or cremated?
Regina King's character is gonna bring him back to life.
Yeah,
Budo,
he's still there.
All right, now let's talk about let's talk about Regina King, another great actor or actress, whatever you want to call her. So yeah.
The only thing about her performance that kind of threw me was her accent, because nobody else really had, and unless I guess.
Where did this take place? Is it just Texas?
It was in the South, yeah.
Also, as far as her accent goes, remember these are all characters based off somebody else. So the person she was playing may be from somewhere else, the South somewhere.
Some of the names did sound familiar, so I did wonder that, Lamar, but I didn't look at it.
Everybody's based off somebody else.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So because they're all real people, but the story's fake. Like in here, what you call is the killer? What's the guy's name with the shotgun? The guy with the shotgun. What's his name?
The guy from Twilight.
I guess so.
The good guy. The good guy, right?
The sniper. His character in real life is an actor. Is a country actor, but everybody else is really like cowboys, like they were outlaws, somewhat.
I wonder because Nat Love kind of sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's a real person.
So the story's not real, but the characters are. Not the character, but like the people they're playing. Yeah, they're real character. They're real characters that
they're real people.
Real people. Real people. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. But yeah, no. Regina King's always got some kind of swag when she's in something, but I liked her and the other girl going up against each other.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that whole fight scene was dope. But when she took her out, because she knocked her out, and I was like, she didn't kill her though.
Yeah, you didn't see her die. You just seen her get knocked out.
Yeah.
So they're gonna bring her back, and she's gonna resurrect for Keith, and then they're gonna go on. Yeah.
And then it's gonna be a side movie.
It's gonna be called the Nincompoops. Okay, that's what they're gonna call.
Yeah.
She was just too cool.
Yeah, I like her.
Well, maybe she didn't kill her because she's a woman. Like she didn't kill her because she's a woman.
Hold on, Josh. Lamar, what were you saying?
No, I was gonna say I like that she was a powerful woman, and then the woman she was going against was also powerful. Therefore, he wasn't worried about killing no woman. He was just tired of killing, and he didn't want to kill. Period. How about that? It had nothing to do with being a woman. It had nothing to do with her looking young because the guy he killed looked young.
She had a baby face. It was a baby-faced woman, and he said, "I can't kill her."
You guys you guys got good. No, it's debatable. It's debatable. We'll just
comment below. Do you think he didn't kill her because she was a woman, or because he was tired of this shit?
Or do you want us to move on and you don't give a shit? Yeah. And you want us to
go. Okay, so Stagecoach Mary had a bar named after her, and then was Regina King's character, what's her name? Treacherous Trudy?
Trudy. That was her bar too.
The bar was named okay.
So that's why she said, "You forget whose name was on the fucking door."
Yeah, and then Mary was trying to buy that bar.
Trying to. That was a dumbass plan.
What was the point? She was trying to buy it so that way the money that was stolen that would cover it.
Yeah, that's basically what she was saying.
And then Nat Love can get away, like he still stole the money. So regardless if
she didn't.
The Buck gang.
She was basically going for information. It wasn't even. She had no plans on buying it. She was trying to scope the place out. And that's why he was like,
report back.
Yeah, we ain't finna just let you leave. Like basically that was their thing. Like, we ain't stupid.
Yeah, and she even said, she was like, "I know you know who I used to run with." I was like, "You went in there knowing that there's a chance you might not leave."
So that was just scope the place out.
Has anybody seen that movie Posse?
Yes.
Oh, years ago.
Okay, is this similar to Posse or is it different?
It's Black Cowboys. That's the only similarity.
Similarities. Okay, I heard Posse was really good, so I might have to check that out.
This is a good movie.
Okay.
I just haven't seen it in so long. Posse and who was
the one with the women.
No, not even that.
You haven't seen that one?
Tombstone are the only westerns I ever seen. Like even the Quick and the Dead with my man Leo in it, I couldn't even get into that one.
Yeah. If anybody wants to know what my favorite, it's not even like it takes place in the Western times, but it's not your typical Western movie. is the Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood. That's my favorite one.
Cherokee Kid with Sinbad.
Yeah. Don't tell anybody this, but I think Tombstone's cool, but it's not one I really like. Like a lot of people, like Dad really liked Tombstone. Mm-hmm. That's probably like one of his favorite westerns.
That's probably like
or Maverick.
Western, that's probably a top one, and then
that's the only one.
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of westerns either. It's
not really.
With this one, a funny thing is with this one, I didn't go into it thinking western for some reason. Like I thought black cowboys, but it wasn't like not in the western sense. You know what I mean?
It definitely has its own spin on the western with using like the music choices, certain parts of it. So it's definitely not like a western. It's
I'm more so leaned on the black cowboy aspect rather than a western. Like the one with Denzel, I've never seen it because it does not look interesting, but that looks like a western.
Yeah, it is. It's a remake of an old western movie. So yeah, no, the Magnificent Seven was cool, but I didn't really care for it that much. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of westerns, so
right.
But I don't hate on every single western. What's that?
The Hateful Eight is a good western.
It is, but it's long.
That's one that I don't look at as a western.
It's a western though.
I mean, I'll say this: it takes place during the western, but it's like to me when I'm thinking western, I'm thinking like draw or like people on horses riding, shooting each other. Like to me, that's like western. But that's cowboys. Sorry, that's cowboys, outlaws, unwanted. If I have to say, my other favorite western movie is Back to the Future 3. That's probably my second favorite western. Hey, you know what? If you say Friday After Next is a Christmas movie, then Back to the Future 3 is a cowboy movie.
No, I haven't even seen it.
Oh,
you remember at the end of 2, and then they showed the big ass preview for 3. I was like, I don't want to see it.
Like I'm done. Yeah, you're just gonna make up your own ending. Like I'm pretty sure he gets them.
Right, I don't even care anymore.
So that's pretty much all of the movie. Any final thoughts on the movie as a whole?
Incredible, and might be my movie of the year, but I still got to go through the list, and I forgot Judas came out this year. And the interesting thing is both of them have Lakeith, and I'm calling him the star of both of them.
That's he's saying a lot.
He to me is a really great actor. I really like what's it called? Sorry to bother you. Because
I like that too.
What's cool about him is that even though he's awkward, but like it works when he's being funny. Not trying to be funny, he just is funny in certain movies.
It sounds like when he delivers his lines, it sounds like he's just regularly talking. It sounds like
exactly.
Like his irritations walking through the train, it's like it's like it's just him.
Yeah. It's like he's taking his job serious but having fun at the same time. And that's what I liked about watching him in this movie.
Right. But
when
he
delivers lines.
He's not even taking it serious. It's kind of like I'm just here.
Well, no, he's not being he's not taking it too serious. Like he's not being like he's not phoning it in.
You mean over the top acting?
Yeah, that too. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So, and anything come on now. This is the dude who was great in what's it called? Straight Outta Compton, playing Snoop Dogg. Was it Straight Outta Compton? Yeah.
He was not great in that.
He was, man. You just hating.
That was a voiceover. It wasn't even his voice.
No, that was in All Eyes on Me. That was the voiceover.
It was a voiceover.
And in Straight Outta Compton.
Is that what they said on the internet, or is this what you're saying?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, cool.
That's how good of an actor he is.
Yeah,
he sounds just like
yeah. I mean, hopefully, okay, we're gonna have to put you on blast. We're gonna have to look it up.
It wasn't a voiceover. It wasn't a voiceover Straight Outta Compton.
No, the reason why I don't think it is because I think he's actually a really good actor. I think he actually did pull it off because all the other movies I've seen him in, he's always like he's never like to me. He's never the same character. Like I think he always got his range. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if he did do the voice, if it was his own voice playing Snoop Dogg, because
I don't
remember everything else.
I've been arguing that point for so long. I got to go watch it again and figure it out.
Oh shit! Did you watch it again?
And did you like Straight Outta Compton, or were you?
Yeah, I loved it.
Okay. Just make sure.
Because the scene was only like the scene I'm talking about was only like a couple seconds. It wasn't even that long.
It wasn't even.
But that's how much you make an impression on me for 5 minutes when other people have a whole damn movie and he still fucking sucked.
I'm not. No, okay, so I'm not gonna lie. That did not have a big impression on me. That scene.
Which one?
The Snoop Dogg scene.
Oh.
That wasn't one that stuck in my mind like that.
He had that very small role, and then he had Get Out, which was small, but
and he had Dope.
So the best actor in that movie.
You said Dope?
He was in Dope. He was a bully in Dope.
I don't remember him in that.
I remember in Dope.
Remember in Dope, he stole his shoes, and then he was like, "Oh, them the new Jordans. Yeah, I need those."
I didn't even know that was him. I haven't seen Dope in a while. But,
yeah, same here.
The only thing I haven't seen The Photograph, which is a romantic movie.
Not gonna say
him and what's it called from Atlanta? What's Paperboy's name?
Paperboy.
Actor's name.
Brian
Tyree Henry.
Brian Tyree Henry.
Paperboy.
Yeah. Well, that's because they're both really great actors. So when they're in it, I like Atlanta. I wish if anybody out there can just take all the scenes out with Donald Glover or Travis Cameron, whatever the fuck you want to call him, take him out and just put those two in it together. I would definitely watch that show.
You are definitely tripping. Donald Glover is a great part of that show. Fantastic.
All right. That's cool. To each its own.
Okay, anyway.
He's all right. He's all right.
He's great.
Okay.
not as great as the other two actors I just named. So yeah.
Right.
They're all
the
great.
harder they fall, I wouldn't mind watching it again. Like I could watch it again. And like I said, I was pleasantly surprised how much I enjoyed it. I didn't love it, but I did thoroughly enjoy it. So
I love it.
Final thought on it.
5 stars. I loved it.
Josh?
Surprisingly for a Netflix.
What's up?
I said, Josh, nothing. Okay.
No, I wanted to end it on a really good note than me just saying.
And Josh also didn't like. Hey fans, Josh also didn't like Get Out, so I'm not surprised that he doesn't like an all black cast.
Swear. I don't know what is it about you or everybody else that if I say I thought it was okay just because I love it. I know we live in a world where it's like you either love it or hate it, but in the middle, in the middle, there's a middle in the thing. I think it's all right.